Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's my mom's birthday this week, so in honor of my mom, I'm going to share with you her potato salad recipe. This recipe feeds a crowd. It's really easy. I've got a couple tips to share that she shared with me to make it even easier. So let me show you how to make it. This is a mayonnaise-based potato salad recipe. You're going to use basically that entire jar, but adjust to how you like it. Also, all of those eggs, a dozen eggs, and the whole 5-pound bag of golden potatoes. I know she uses golden potatoes because she doesn't peel them, and the skin is so thin on a golden potato, so you don't really have to. With the onion, just be careful. If you're going to have it in the fridge for a few days, the onion can get pretty strong, so adjust the amount of onion to what you like. I boiled the eggs in my Instant Pot using what is called the 5-5-5 method. So you add a cup of water and the eggs to the Instant Pot. You set your timer for 5 minutes. Then you let them sit in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes. Then remove them into a bowl of ice water and let them sit for another 5 minutes. Once you've done that, you have perfect eggs. Onto the potatoes. I'm just scrubbing them here to clean them off because, like I said, I'm not going to peel off the thin skin, but I do, you can use either a peeler or a knife. I do scrape off any of those deeper bruises on the potato, and then we're ready to cut them up. So in the past, when I used to make potato salad, I just cut these in half and then I'd boil them in a pan like this, but I learned a trick from my mom, which was really helpful, to use this tool. I've shown this slicer in videos in the past. I use it all the time. I love it. It does have a couple different blades, but you just put your sliced potatoes on and you cut them into these little squares before you cook the potatoes. So it's all evenly, basically the same size. The boiling of the potatoes happens really fast, so don't walk away from the potatoes. They take less than 10 minutes when they're cut this small from the very beginning. Okay, next we're moving on to the celery. So I know usually when my mom makes this recipe, she just takes the entire stalk of celery, cuts out the ends, removes the center, and uses pretty much the entire container of celery to add to this potato salad because there's so much potato. But that's really up to you how much you use. Obviously, I'm using the exact same tool here, cutting it the same way. You can use the bigger blade here or the smaller blade depending on the size you like your celery cut. And once you're done, again, you end up with very uniform sized pieces of celery. Moving on to the eggs next, I just wanted to show you here how well the eggs peel when you cook them in the Instapot. I assume it's the steam that just allows the egg to separate from the shell, but they're so easy to cut and the eggs turn out perfect every time. So once again, this tool is the lifesaver in making this recipe. It just saves so much time just cutting everything. And then once again, they all end up a uniform size. Once everything is cut, we're ready to assemble. So I have the hard-boiled eggs, the onions, and the celery, and now I'm going to start adding the mayonnaise. I add the mayonnaise at this point and mix it together because you want it to really combine with the eggs before you add the potatoes. So this is almost like making egg salad here. You just want this really well mixed. This is a time you can start adding the salt. My mom has said the salt is the most important part. You want to make sure that you've added enough salt. Potatoes are pretty bland without some seasoning, so certainly add the salt there and add more later if you need to once you've added the potatoes. So here we have the potatoes. They boiled about 8-9 minutes, something like that. Again, be careful not to overboil the potatoes. You're not making mashed potatoes. You want them to be solid enough. Another tip is to add celery seed. So if you don't have celery or you just want to add that extra flavor, you can add celery seed here. I like to add both actually, some celery and some celery seed. It's funny when I remember as a kid when I would see the celery seed in the potato salad, I always thought it was pepper, and I would hesitate because I didn't like pepper at the time, but actually it adds a lot of flavor to the potato salad. So think about adding celery seed to yours as well. And that fast, we're done. This is a great recipe for all the events you may be going to this summer. I also want to take a moment and say happy birthday to my mom. I love you, Mom. I hope you have a great birthday and hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.